Whereas it's like PlayStation players or like console players now, because we're expanded to Xbox, they're at a definite disadvantage because they don't have access to any of this tooling. And I'm not talking about stupid auto markers, which I never want to see in any of my T groups. Just like the damage meters and being able to break it down, because I know XIV analysis was brought up earlier in the conversation. That is such a powerful tool, especially if you're a healer. You have all these different cooldowns, and it's like, hey, as White Mage, how many times are you using Aquavit? How many times are you using Divine Benison? Maybe you could use a Benediction at this time to like save resolve this mechanic. And like basically shifting all of your on GCD cooldowns to like off GCDs. Like these tools aren't really given to console players, and I think that there is so much that like the development team on 14 could do to help like all players, because I'm really interested in seeing like all of my numbers broken down to like the finest detail. It's just like, okay, if I'm playing Scholar, how much is my chain stratagem actually doing? And like, is like someone like say a summoner using their Bahamut burst window inside the chain stratagem or not? Like these are things that I, as someone who raids with, like really wants to know, and especially like a raid leader will want to know. It's just like, hey, especially because we historically like P8S Hephaestus, phase 1 specifically, it had such a hard DPS check that any raid leader would want to know. And like that kind of thing, it's not like to punish someone, but it's like the growth mindset of, hey, could you consider like just scooting up that rotation a little bit more, because you'll fit into the raid buff window, and then we can maybe go past this DPS check. And most raiders, that cannot emphasize enough, are of that growth mindset. Like I know so few people that use it as like a cane to whack someone with, and I hate that mentality.
And that's why it was so fun to watch the Xeno stuff, because like he really does try to top the meter for himself.
Yeah.
But as soon as somebody else was using it to belittle people, he kind of turned into this hero of the people and was just ready to smash them.
Yeah.
Most people are closer to Lamatad, who got like a great bill of health this week, so be sure to go tell him. Congrats.
Thank God.
For
so one year, man. That's been so wild. I'm so glad he's doing better. Like that was terrible. That scared me personally. I was just like, because we are the same age, so I was like, holy crap.
And he has a lot of the same like lifestyle things that I was going through at the same time. You know?
Yeah.
And so like I knew better. Like I just, due to like people in my life, I knew there were some things I needed to change about my life, but it was easy to just say, but it's fine. Like, but my body will just deal with it. And that's not true. But as far as 14 news goes, we will have a big stream next week, 14-hour broadcast, and it starts like 9:00 at night.
I think 9 Pacific. I think 11 o'clock Central. It's really close to that midnight.
Late. We'll be covering at least the live letter portion. This was asked a little bit earlier. We'll be covering at least the live letter portion. That'll be long because this one will be in English. And then as it gets later into the show, I have not always found it fun to kind of co-stream that entire event. If you want to enjoy it, by all means do it. But it's I don't know that we'll be live for all of that. But I think we talked about 14. We talked about other games. We came back to 14. I think it's time to pivot to 20 questions.
All right.
So I am ready when you guys are.
Cole, first question to you, sir.
Was it before or after 2015? When
he has to say yes or no.
Oh, sorry. Was it released before 2015?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Excellent. Was this a console exclusive?
Yes.
All right, sweet.
Console exclusive. Was it a role-playing game?
No.
Ooh, okay. Was this released on the Super Nintendo?
No.
Okay.
Was it released on the PlayStation?
No.
Oh, shoot.
It's 5 questions. Rapid fire.
Is the publisher Japanese?
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh, I'm trying to think of a good one. Darn. Publisher Japanese. Is it a like strategy or tactical kind of game?
No. It is not a assume you're referring to genre there.
Yeah, sorry.
Was it released on the original Nintendo, the NES?
No.
Okay, cool. All right.
Is that 8?
Yeah.
Shoot. I don't want to ask a dumb question, though.
There's no dumb questions.
Would it fall under the shooter genre?
No. It's not a shooter. It's 9.
I like Izzy in chat says, was it released like on a CD or Blu-ray type disc?
Yes, it was released on a disc.
All right, that rules out the N64.
Yeah. So it was released on a disc. Oh yeah, that's a good question.
Well, the console question also is like a time frame question. Like, okay, like.
Yeah. I'm just scared about asking another console question. I kind of want to though. Was it released on the Xbox?
No.
Oh.
So that means, from less than 2015, so that means it could theoretically be the PS2, the PS3. I don't remember when the PS4 came out. Maybe the PS4, or the GameCube. Do we want to try to go with the kind of which system it was released on, Cole, or should I ask like a genre of the game?
We could try that. Maybe genre.
Okay. Is this a fighting game?
No.
Fudge, man.
Well,
Woo.
Darn.
They're never hard once you know what the game is.
Yeah.
But
right? But it's so. I don't want to limit it like that. No. God, what should I ask?
Oh, what if it was a handheld? I didn't even think about bringing in the PS4, PSP, which had the UMD disc format.
Oh yeah, that was on the disc. I didn't even think of that. So I'm just reviewing all the answers so far. I
want to say, was this a PlayStation family system?
Oh, for me to ask?
I'm just thinking out loud right now.
Oh, sorry.
If you don't, I plan to. Unless we figure it out.
Maybe I should steal that question, but you already have that question. Was it released before 2005?
No.
Is this a PlayStation family system?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's 14.
Oh God.
It's a disc. I mean, that I think puts it into the GameCube.